Alright guys, so I decided to just kind of turn the camera on and do a get ready with me. I know exactly kind of like one eye color that I really want to use, which is out of the Lorac Mega Pro 2 palette that I haven't really gotten a chance to play with, which is this blue quartz color. It's just this really awesome blue color, and I don't know, I want to use that color in particular, so we're gonna go with this palette and kind of just make a look out of that. I picked up a new concealer today, which is the Maybelline Master Conceal. I picked it up in the latest color, which is Fair. What happened was I ran out of my MAC Prep and Prime in Radiant Rose, which is my favorite under eye concealer. So I picked this up. I actually watched Emily Noel's review of this concealer in Target because I remembered hearing somewhat good things or decent things from a couple different YouTubers about that as like an under eye concealer. And really, I just need like something that's going to brighten under my eyes, and I'm super fair right now, so I ran out of my the MAC concealer. I'm literally just about out of this one that I've been using the last couple days, which is the Fresh Complexion from CoverGirl. Quite honestly, this is empty at this point, so you guys will see that in my next month's empties, which I did just upload an empties video today actually, so keep an eye out for that, or you know, make sure you check that out. And then my other concealer that I kind of use under my eyes, which is the Pro Longwear from MAC, but I have it in NC20 and it's just a little too dark for, I mean, it's something that I would honestly use as like a concealer color right now, so it's not light enough for the summer. So that's what I've got going on. I also picked up the Clean and Clear oil-free makeup removing, or I'm sorry, they're makeup dissolving facial cleansing wipes, which I would totally agree with. I mentioned this in my empties video that these are like the best wipes. They are amazing. They're pretty much the same price as all the other wipes. I think they're like just under $5, but they're so nice. So I'm just gonna wipe off my face. I don't have anything on my face currently. I washed my face last night, so I have a little bit of leftover like mascara and stuff that kind of fell off and gooped up in my eyes, and then I went and actually got my eyebrows waxed this morning, so that's why they're a little red and they're a little thinner than I normally get. I went to a different place because today's Sunday and my place was not open, and I knew it was going to be a busy week, so I tried something else out and they're just a little thinner than I would have liked, but I filled them in anyway, so I guess they're okay. But okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is prime, which for my eyes I just use the Lorac Behind the Scenes Eye Primer. Focus. This is my favorite eye primer, so I'm going to use that all over my lids, especially with using like a blue color like that. I just want to make sure that it's going to stay in place. And then for my face, I'm going to use, what am I going to use? I have a sample of the MAC Prep and Prime Skin Base, which I've actually really enjoyed. I kind of don't notice much of a difference between that and the strobe cream, other than obviously the strobe cream has a little bit of like luminaire, like sugar to it, so it's more illuminating. But as far as like texture and how they work, I think they both are pretty similar. I'm gonna go ahead and put that all over my face, just mostly focus on like the inner side of my face and my chin, because that's where my foundation seems to wear off the most. Okay, and now I'm gonna start with my eyes. So like I said, I'm going in with that, I think I'm gonna just use this Lorac Mega Pro 2 palette all the way around today. I'm gonna go in with Tawny, which is this like warm toned brown. It's great crease color and transition color. So I'm going to go in with that and this Luxie Tapered Blending 205 brush. I'm just going to put this color all throughout the crease. Usually I would tape my eyes off. Most days I do. For this type of look, I want that blue just really concentrated on the lid, on the lower lid especially, because with colors like blue, things can get a little carried away and out of control really quickly. So I'm going to use Tawny just in the crease. This mirror is so dirty, it needs to be wiped off so bad. So I'm just going to take that tawny color all through the crease. This one can be a little bit messy. This color, it doesn't need to be like perfect or anything. I'm just going to build up my mirror here. Okay, and then the next color I'm going to go in with the same brush is Saddle, which is a much darker brown color right here. This one I'm going to focus, I'm just going to focus on the very tip of this brush, and I'm going to focus it right into the crease. This one I'm going to try and be a little bit more precise with. Like so. Same thing on the other eye. I'm going to focus this color more towards the outer corner. And then kind of just blend the two together once most of the product's worn off that brush. Okay, and now I'm going to go in with that blue. So I'm going to use more of a precise brush. This is a Sonia Kashuk brush. It's just a very small, precise brush. I'm going to go in with that blue quartz color. And I'm just going to apply that all over the lower lid. At first I'm going to kind of like pat it into place, and then I'll go ahead and use more of like a winter wiper motion to make sure that I'm covering the whole lid. So it's, as you can tell, it doesn't have a ton of pigment. I could definitely like pile this color on and get it much more pigmented. But not really what I'm going for. Okay, I'm going to do the same thing on the other eye. So as you can see, that's kind of what we're looking at. I'm going to go back in with that same Lexi brush and that tawny color, so that first color, and just blend those two colors together. Okay, so there is the eyes. I will put some liner and mascara and stuff on after I do my face. So for the face, I already primed, like I said. I'm going to go in with the Ready Set Gorgeous foundation. I'm in 105 Classic Ivory, I believe it is. Yes. I'm just going to put a little bit on the back of my hand. Go ahead and dab that on my face. And then I'll use a wet blending sponge to blend that in. My face is pretty red, especially around my eyes where I was waxed, so I want to make sure that we're covering all of that redness up. Just on my cheeks right here where it does tend to get a little red. This will also get covered up with concealer as well, but I just want to make sure that I'm covering any of the redness that I've got going on. And blend that in. Okay, and now I'm going to go in with that Master Conceal. Like I said, I have it in 10 Fair. And I'm going to put some on the back of my hand. That's probably too much. But what I'm going to do is I'm just going to use my finger and apply this in like an upside down V. The color is really good. It has that pinky undertone, which kind of like the Radiant Rose does, and it's pretty thin. Okay, so I don't think the coverage on that is great, but it is brightening. So I'm actually going to go back in with a little bit more, so I don't feel like this is a product that's going to cake up under the eyes. Go in and set that whole area, which I use the Lorac contour kit. I really like to use the yellow highlight under my eyes, so I just go in with a small brush, which is a blush brush from e.l.f., and I kind of let it bake under my eyes, so I'm not going to brush, like tap the brush off. I'll just brush away any extra product in a minute here. And conceal, or I'm sorry, to powder the rest of my face with the MAC Prep and Prime, which I also need to get a new one out. I'm literally just about out. I just use this with a big fluffy brush. This is a Bare Minerals bronzer brush actually, but I mean this is a huge brush for bronzer. So I'm just going to set the rest of my face with that powder. And then while that kind of just blends together, I will go ahead and do my brows. Do a brow brush under somewhere, which I'm just going to use this little brow brush and brush everything into place. And my brows are much thinner. And then I'm going to go in with the Define a Brow by Maybelline. Mine is in the color Dark Blonde. I'm just going to go ahead and fill in my brows. Like so. Same thing with the other one. Okay, so the brows are done. I'm going to go in with that contour palette again with the beige highlight, and it's kind of like, what is this brush? It's a Jessup brush, and it's just a very tightly packed brush, and I'm just going to brush that beige highlight right under the brow. Just to clean up the lines. So now I will go ahead and go in with that big fluffy bronzer brush again, and just kind of sweep away any of the extra powder that was the yellow, the banana powder. And we will go ahead and bronze up, which I just used the NYC Sunny Bronzer. I'll use this e.l.f. complexion brush. I'm just going to bronze up the face with that. Push this color into the hairline. And then I'm going to use, what brush do I want to use today? I'm going to go in with e.l.f.'s Candid Coral, which is broken. It's just a really pretty like coral color, but it's almost gone. And I will use this Real Techniques blush brush to apply that. for highlight, I am going to use MAC's Lightscapade today. And I will go in with a dual 5, the flat top kabuki brush from Jessup. And I will just put that down my nose, tops my cheeks, right above the arch of my brows. And then I'll just use a little bit on my finger with the Cupid's bow. And I'm going to set that all with the Hard Candy Glamouflage. And then I'm going to let that set. Okay, so now that that is all set, I'm going to go in with liner. And I'm just going to do a really small wing, nothing like major. If I usually if I do a normal, like a good wing or a larger or longer wing, I will take my eyes off so that I can follow the lines. But for today, I want the focus to kind of be so. And then what I'm going to do is find the lid for this. So I'm going to go in with that Lorac palette, and I'm going to take that, what is the color? That saddle brown color again. And what kind of brush do I want to use for it? This is just like a tightly packed brush, precision brush. And I kind of blend that under the eye. And then I'm going to take that Lexi brush again with the tawny and kind of just blend that out. Like so. And then for the inner corner, I'm going to take another little precise brush with Sugar out of the Lorac too. It's just a nice vanilla, like creamy, shimmery vanilla color. I'm going to pop that right into the inner corner. Like so. And then for mascara, I'm just going to go ahead and curl my lashes. The Voluminous Millions lashes from L'Oreal. I'll do one coat and then do my lips and then do a second coat. And then for my lips, I'm going to use MAC's lip liner in Soar. Okay, and then I'm going to fill my lips in with Lorac's Duchess, which is a little bit lighter. Like so. And then I'm going to go over that with NYX's Fortune Cookie Butter Gloss. And I'll put a little bit on my lower lip. So that is it. I hope you guys enjoyed this easy way to wear bright blue shadow without looking like a crazy person or with it being kind of neutral still. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye guys!